When you're putting in the work while nobody is watching,
We're working hard to bring you the absolute best products. My name's Zack Joel. I'm co-owner of Nutra supplements. My dad was into nutrition and working out, so when I was a little kid, I would see him doing all that too. And we grew up on an organic farm, but this was about 40 years ago before it was considered cool. And that kind of gave me a really good background for business. And I remember my dad telling me to treat your customers well and everything else will be all right.
So I grew up in a small town in northwest Iowa, a farming community, a town of about 5,000 people, probably a little bit bigger now, but my middle brother was big into sports. I would just watch him, see what he was doing, watching his workouts, and I would just start copying them. You know, if he was working out, doing push-ups with a book bag on his back, you know, while he wasn't watching because I didn't want to get made fun of, that's what I would be doing. So in high school, I mainly focused on football, and that's what I loved. And my middle brother went to Northwest Missouri State for football, and I wanted to go to a Division I school, so I walked down to Iowa State University.
So I went to school at Iowa State, college at Iowa State for sports medicine and dietetics. I met Joel when we were at the dorms at Iowa State. I think I was about 20 or 21 years old, and I think Joel was a freshman.
So after the first semester at Iowa State, I figured, you know what, I'm probably not gonna go professional football, which probably isn't the best mindset, but the reality is that probably wasn't in the cards. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to the military. I had an uncle that was in, and I went into the Marine Corps because, you know, they were claimed to be the best. There was always one thing that always stuck out was the integrity aspect. When nobody is watching, what are you gonna do? So when I went back to Iowa State, went into a supplement store, and that's where I ran into Zack again, and it'd been a while, and we started talking like, hey, what's it look like if we started our own supplement company, or supplement store? And what's the process like? So we started brainstorming, you know, tell everybody we begged, borrowed, and we didn't steal, but you know the saying, to get some money to open up our own store.
When we opened our first location, which was in Sioux City, Iowa, it was an eye-opening experience. We started off with a very small loan, and you know, overnight we kind of expected to become millionaires. And it takes a lot more than that to do that. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and especially patience.
We had parents that were willing to let us crash at their house in the basements, and they would feed us some food here and there, but it was literally sun up to sundown working in those stores, sometimes sleeping in the back.
We discovered that we have to keep learning more constantly. So that led us to, you know, read more books, find out everything that we could about the business process.
What I learned working in the retail store is the relationship that we create with people, our customers, is paramount to everything. Because it's not just about what supplements they're buying or whatever, but it's a life journey. The ups and the downs, the happy times, the sad times, learning about their kids, their parents, things like that. It was just one customer at a time. That's what, you know, Zack and I both enjoyed.
Well, NG Nutra started out of our retail stores because we see people coming in for the last 20 years or so at our retail stores. So we see what works, we see what doesn't, and we put all of that information into NG Nutra to formulate the best products that we possibly can. Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting results.
We're in direct relationship, obviously, with our manufacturer. It's an open door policy there. We can come and inspect it at any time. It's a GMP certified, so it's all FDA registered facility on how things are manufactured and produced, the ingredients, and so forth. So for me, an average day for my life and for NG Nutra, I'm an early riser. I usually get up at 3:20 a.m. Just because with having kids and with everything, I try to get most of my personal stuff done, whether it's reading, whether it's my goals written out, emails answered, and stuff like that, done before anybody wakes up. Because I know as soon as everybody wakes up, I'm kind of answering to other things.
My workflow on a daily basis kind of varies. I'm a little bit more of a night owl, and I think I do my best thinking and best work a little bit later in the evening. But on a daily basis, get up, feed the kids, answer emails. I try to read for a couple of hours each morning too. And from there, we interact with all of our customers on messages, Facebook messages, Instagram messages, and anytime that you ask a question, it's going to be Joel or I that are answering it. Something that was a challenge to deal with is my wife suffered from a congenital heart defect, and that got passed on to 2 of my daughters too. And I don't think without the support that I had from all of our employees and Joel, I might not have gotten through it intact. But yeah, it was something that I really appreciated, and I don't know if I worked for another company if that would have really happened.
It's really a team effort, and part of that team is the customers. I won't let another company outdo us in our customer service. So whether it's a damaged product, whether it's a message, whatever, that gets taken care of that same day, typically within an hour or 2.
At NG Nutra, we believe in hard work, we believe in commitment, and we believe in consistency. And we aim to emulate that in everything that we do, delivering our customers the best possible results.
At NG Nutra, we deliver the best product with the best ingredients to give you the best version of yourself.